This particular truck is one of the royal family in the UAE. He's selected a few unique parts that maybe you haven't seen before that we offer. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time, go over the details of it, and kind of give you the breakdown of how the build went. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode here at Predator Inc. I have a truck behind me that is one of the international trucks. A lot of people don't realize that we don't only sell parts worldwide, we do sell builds and ship builds all over the place. Let's get started up front, giving you a rundown on this beast behind me. We did outfit it, as we do most of our trucks lately, with our Viper winch bumper. This is one that we've been developing for the last few years, kind of evolved from our 12K bumper from years ago. This has integrated 12K winch, the Warn winch. We did upgrade from the shackle that came with that winch, went to the Factor 55 Ultra Hook. We opted for the Radiance variant of the rigid flush mount lights, as you see there. I like this bumper. It works well. I think it flows well with the designs, has a great look to it. The lights not only look good, they actually have a very good function to them. They fill in blind spots or blank spots from the headlights. So it's definitely a good driving light. They're not just look good, they actually are functional. It's paired well with the D-Ring 2 brush guard you see here, a product that we've been developing and changing and tweaking the design for 20 years now. This is our most recent rev with the CNC cut pin mounts with our logo engraved in the side. If you get that side profile, it really lines up well, works well with this Viper. It's a beautifully fit and designed part. We topped it off with another Radiance light, the 20-inch here with, again, that blue backlit, which is you'll see throughout this whole build. To complement that heavy-duty cooling package, we outfitted this truck with our hood scoop. A lot of people think that the vertical vents are the key part of this, and it is a great feature. It does increase the airflow from the factory grille. But after some studying some of the airflows and cavitation that happens at certain speeds, we realized that the design of this closed area in the back is really the main key feature. It enters mostly in these vents here between the headlights, ramps up that cooling stack and escapes the grille on the factory grille. Closing that off traps that air and forces it through the cooling stack, further cooling the engine, helping it stay at the optimal operating temperature. We've complemented that further with our forced air induction kit, which is a series of skirts that mount either side of the grille itself and vertically here on either side, again to trap that air, trying to force every air you're driving through that cooling stack, giving that Duramax every chance it gets to keep it at optimal operating temperature. If you see down below, he's got the remote reservoir shocks, the Fox shocks there. We also have our adjustable 9-position shocks, stock shock replacement. I tend to set those on a softer setting, eat up some of that rebound dampening with those Fox shocks, a good combo piece to get a good quality ride out of these relatively stiff riding vehicles as is. You know, this is a customer that is unique. You know, we do and we're known to ship worldwide. This one's actually going to be air flown back to UAE. It's one of the royal families of one of the districts out there. So kind of a unique backstory to that. I can't believe this beast is going to get on a plane and fly over that way. Back to the Fleur, great function. It's the Pathfinder 2 model where it has object detection. 2 blocks, block and a half, 2 blocks down the road. If it sees any element that it red flags as heat source, moving object, it'll go ahead and yellow box that so you can get it. Brings your attention to that element ahead of you. We have outfitted the truck all the way around with our LED clear lens option, which upgrades the factory yellow lens lights, which are kind of lackluster in themselves. Down the side, or starting our way down the side, we have our oval side marker kit. And it's a great upgrade from the factory ones, which kind of a lackluster look to them. It's kind of, for me, it seems like they kind of mailed it in. They build this great truck and they slap on these goofy side marker lights. So this is an option that we came up with a couple years ago to try to clean that up. One that we do on majority of our trucks, especially after paint, because there is some body modification there. You can see those on our website if you want to get rid of those unsightly side marker lights and upgrade to the oval light there. Under the hood, we have our Duramax 6.6 conversion paired with our Stage 4 Allison transmission. This Duramax is outfitted, as we do almost 90% of our trucks, with the ARP head studs and main studs. It's a remanufactured engine, so it's been done here in-house in our engine lab. We complemented it or helped the cooling system of this Duramax with our heavy-duty cooling package. It's got the 2 fans, the cooling stack fan and a fan in the rear for the transmission. Cooler thermostats, the 2 Mishimoto thermostats are a cooler degree than the factory setting. We have a heavy-duty fan clutch, and both of the fans are thermostatically controlled and automatically kick on when the AC is initiated. We consider that a load on the engine, so we go ahead and turn on those fans. A cool new light we haven't done was the Morrison mount. Jared Morrison, one of our technicians, came up with a concept. I think it's a great one. Fills in the void between the light up on our light bar and the brush guard light that is outfitted on most of our trucks. So kind of cool. You can play around with it, change your angle, move it to where you want it. This particular vehicle is outfitted again with a radiance pod light, just like the one you'll see on our infamous light bar. This is one we've been working on for 20 years, changing the design, tweaking it a little bit, improving it as we go. But one of my favorite parts, I think the Hummer looks naked without this light bar. This particular one's outfitted with a 40-foot radiant light, backlit in blue again, and then the cube lights, or the radiant spots up here on each corner. I like to angle them out, get a wider spectrum, a wider lighting path, going past that 180, almost getting into 270 degrees of light exposure with the side shot of those cube lights there. Working our way further down the side of this beast, you'll see our step rock rails. It's the first generation of its type. We mount these directly to the belly pan of the stock H1. We've since redesigned the product, and we offer a full underbody protection that is a one-piece belly pan with the side profile, step or no step. It's your request how it works there. But it changed that aluminum pan from the factory setup. Aluminum can gouge, get hung up on any sharper rocks. This is going to be our bigger pan is going to be our 3/16 plate steel. Very robust bomber. I feel it adds a level of side impact protection too, because again, we got aluminum. Now we're going to have some steel, something that's right at the average car's height for his front bumper. This vehicle, sitting on 40s, has our 4-inch lift, 2-inch body, 2-inch suspension, gets up pretty tall. So the royal family member that we're providing this truck to wanted to have some steps. We designed, in conjunction with AMV Research, these drop-down steps, custom mount that we went ahead and cut out on our CNC mill. It's nice, it splits the difference nicely on the height there, able to climb aboard this beast as you go rip around the deserts of Dubai and in UAE. To top this build off, we outfitted it with our search and rescue roof rack in the full 10-foot length. We did go with the textured slats, so it's got that black stealth look to it. We went full circle with this. We have each 4-bay outfitted with the 20-inch radiant light backlit in blue, as you'll see the theme throughout this truck. Roof rack is a great design, one that we keep working with. We're changing it. We have a new J-hook coming out soon with the engraved logo. But as you'll see, full contact on the roof, full support. Be able to outfit this thing with all your camping needs, pop-up tents, be able to tire carrier, or put the spare tire on there if you want. You name it, this thing can handle it and take it. Continue down the side, I want to show off our exhaust. Every Duramax conversion we do is outfitted with a 4-inch exhaust from the turbo back. Stainless steel, nice mandrel bent, gives a great tone to it, allows that Duramax to breathe. Sounds awesome when it spools up. You'll see how it's coming out the same location as the factory setup, right behind the driver's rear wheel there. Now on the passenger side, we outfitted this with our offset snorkel. Nice high flow pre-cleaner, texture black, matching the roof slat, so everything's blacked out with stealth on this truck. Again, there's another look at the other side of the Morrison mount. You'll see on this truck, the factory parts have been powder coated. We do a powder coat kit on a lot of our in-house trucks. The hinges, the handles, the side vents, the rear vent that we'll get to as we get back down there. And also we complement all those parts with our stainless steel kit. So we have the hardware throughout on the snorkel, on the side vents, all the hood hardware, everything throughout. I think it's 268 bolts is swapped out to that stainless steel. All right, working down the side of the truck, there's a part I didn't point out on the other side with the steps. We have our logo plate, have it in the texture powder coat, then engraved. We can have a billet plate where it's just that brushed aluminum look, up to the customer's choice. This truck's outfitted one of our popular parts, a billet locking fuel door. It's a part that we've been engineering for years. We've changed a few styles, different generations of it. This is one of our older ones. We have changed it now, so the locking side of the billet fuel door matches that of the hinge side, which is reminiscent of the hinges, that same profile that's on there. Further down the line, you'll see the rear section of our side marker kit, that oval upgrade. Clear lens, red LEDs in there, nice clean look, updates it, complements and works well with the marker package that I described and talked about earlier. Wrapping up the rear of this truck is our Viper rear bumper ladder system. It evolved from our 12K search and rescue bumper. We've made a modification to it to where it can handle that 16.5 bumper, which some of the customers are requesting. This particular customer opted for a non-winch outfitting of the vehicle. We went ahead and utilized that fair lead opening for a perfect mount for his rear camera. Has our flush mounted lights integrated into the side there, work well with a reverse light option. The ladder addition to the Viper rear bumper is one that we've worked on for years, developing the way, the runs, the height of each run, the distance from the cab. So we have that utilitarian function to it. It's not just for looks, it actually is a valid way to access that search and rescue, very capable roof rack. It's tied into the top, so added more support. Guys my size can climb up there without worry about pulling it off, relying on just the lower welds as some models before. All of our bumpers, either search and rescue or Viper, are equipped with the option to be outfitted with the jerry can or the tire carrier. This customer didn't want to go with that jerry can, but he did get himself a full-size matching spare. The trick to enabling our tire carrier to handle a 40-inch tire like that is behind the scenes. It's a product that we add. It's a brace that mounts on the bumper, ties into the frame rail at the standard tie-down spot. This particular truck is utilizing that location or integrating upper shock mount. Between the mount we just showed you and the oversized spindle we went to, this is a very robust tire carrier. I've got a negative 44 tire here, 40-inch, wrapped around to 20, and it's not going anywhere. Any off-road use, this tire is going to stay stout, ready to go, take all the abuse you can give it. Here we are, top side of the roof rack. I want to show off our slats. It's a C-channel aluminum material, super strong, lots of weight capacity here. Also tying in back into our lights that we talked about earlier, the 4 bays all the way along. All of our wiring is integrated into our roof rack. All of our wires run internally. You'll see no external wiring, even tying into the rear ladder down to that rear bumper where we have our fuse box, running those trigger wires to the front to the switches on board. Now on the inside of the truck, you'll see how the customer opted for our interior search and rescue parts. Search and rescue center console and the fender well racks in the back we'll get to here shortly. The center console rack here utilizes a 50-foot section of the stretch cable, anywhere from flashlights to extra magazines, maps, wherever you want. Bigger compartment, flip the lid there and you have options of fire extinguisher, whatever you might need for the trail and or daily use. Now in the driver's seat, we opted to upgrade the steering wheel to the Momo Trek R. For me, I like it. It's got the flat base there. I'll be able to get in and out very easily. I also like the size of it. It makes you feel like you're in control of this large vehicle, having something decent to hold on to. The audio video side of this truck was upgraded with the Alpine 9-inch monitor, one of the biggest monitors that's on the market now. Great interface, handles the many signals, the inputs from the front-facing camera, rear camera, and that all-important FLIR. This truck came to us already equipped with some pretty cool features, PA system, French tin CB. We do offer a full line of accessories to match your needs, wants, whatever you want to do, whatever you feel is applicable to the build and to make it and personalize it your way. Another upgrade we offer, and we took full advantage of it with this build, is the knee panel insert. This allows for a couple inches of leg room, let that passenger kind of relax, get a bit more space in this oversized vehicle. Wrapping up the interior upgrades on this truck is a set of our search and rescue fender well racks. These are a great product to take advantage of the all but dead space that is on these fenders. allows you a safe location for your overland equipment, your tow straps, recovery gear, anything like that when you're hitting the trail. All right, now that we're behind the wheel, we're gonna enjoy some of the benefits of the Predator Duramax Allison conversion. The original H1 was debuted with a 14-second 0 to 60. Our conversion with the 450 horsepower, 900 pounds of torque, cuts that in half right around 7. When AM General released the 2006 Alpha, they boasted around a 12-second 0 to 60, cutting down a couple seconds. So our 7 second 0 to 60 really gives it more of the standard drive of a regular vehicle, one like the Chevy truck that just passes there. Makes it to where you're going to get out and reach for these keys more than you would reach for, say, your other set of keys, your second, third, or fourth vehicle. So there's that side of it. One of the other main complaints that people were getting out of the H1 was the how loud it was in the engine, in the cabin itself, from the engine. You know, you're sitting at 60 miles an hour at 3,000 RPM. You have a pretty good engine feedback from that 6.5. We're clipping along now at 55 miles an hour at 1,500 RPM, and able to, one, be picked up by the mic. I can give Jason some lip. But we can actually communicate. We can hold a conversation.
Hey, wait a minute. Give me some lip. What do you mean by that?
Well, technically, you should probably be in the back seat, driver over here. So, but I'm getting off topic here. One thing you might have seen, maybe you can see some transition from the background there. Had a pretty aggressive brake. The 12-inch brake upgrade cuts your 60 to 0 time from just for the sense of conversation. Say it's 100 yards, 60 to 0. Our 12-inch brake upgrade cuts that in half to 50 yards. And again, the numbers are just for your to be able to wrap your mind around it. Our big brake kit, the 6-piston Willwood outfitted brake system with Willwood e-brake, our new generation of it, that cuts that distance even shorter. So you see the dramatic improvement there. Again, all these features are going to be adding to your comfort with the vehicle, your enjoyment of the vehicle, just overall making this initial investment that you have in the H1 that bit more functional, because you're going to be driving it more, you're going to enjoy it. These things are actually really nimble. The vehicle we're highlighting today is 9,000 pounds. Again, I've said it once or twice. We're flying it back home, and so we had to weigh it. And that's a big vehicle to be able to get up to 60 miles an hour in 7 seconds. And to be able to nip in and out of traffic, handle the roads. Again, it just becomes nimble. It's a really short wheelbase vehicle anyway, so it just makes them a lot of fun when they have the right power to them. Just overall enjoyment. You know, the 6-speed upgrade from what the Alpha came out with the 5-speed is a huge upgrade. We've done a few conversions with the Alpha platform, upgrading that 5 to 6, which is good. It gets you that split ratio, kind of stretches out your top speed a little bit, kind of drops that LLY Duramax down in RPM, but it's still just not the same as how we do it on our standard package. LBZ LMM paired up with that Allison 1000 6-speed transmission. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Next episode upcoming is more details on this build, the exoskeleton, 6-person, seat notch, racks coming along. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this works out. I've got to take the truck we just highlighted over to LA, airship that over to UAE. So don't forget to subscribe. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode.
You just scared the whole thing.
Yeah, I got the peanut gallery today, so we're doing good. And then, obviously, our token brush, our thing.
Did you get a haircut?
Yeah, that's a Flowbee.
You're nice and clean cut now.
That is the Flowbee. I've been doing the
You
Flowbee
weren't
for years.